Hello and welcome to this very special and celebratory live stream where we have a few special things prepared for you. And oh shit, I sorry, I turned on my. Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go. I wanted to do this live stream because tomorrow is my birthday. Not just my birthday, but we'll get into that. And I thought, what better way to celebrate my birthday than by watching a drama with my partner? Because little did you know.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to tell a story before we start?
Well, I have the same birthday. They know that, right?
What? You should have done a little bit more preparation, to oh, you would never know who shares a birthday with, that kind of stuff. But okay, yeah, no, share the story. Come on.
Okay, fine. Well, long story short, the way we met was online. Does anyone know Nigang?
Don't tell the whole story, just don't the whole details.
No, it's funny. Anyway, it was this OG meme page. So there was a meme about people born in November, and I saw his comment on it, and he said something like blah blah blah. My birthday is November 8th. So I'm like, that's my birthday. Let me see this guy. Oh, he's cute. All right, I'm gonna send him a message. That was like 10 years ago. So I did, and I waited and
I was
waited.
cute back then.
Yeah, still are. And then he never got back to me. So
I
obviously,
did 3 years later,
yes, exactly.
and that's how we met. So we share our birthday. Oh,
So-
sorry. Do you want to say something?
No, I'm just gonna continue the story. So
Oh, sorry.
3 years later, I see a message in my inbox, someone saying thank you, and I'm like, who is this guy? So I open the message, and he's saying thank you to my message from 3 years before. I'm like, okay, I guess this is worth talking to. This is interesting. Yeah, and that's how we started talking.
We
till-
started talking
till
and we
today.
didn't stop talking until today. So now
Yes.
we are celebrating our birthday
Thank you.
together. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much to Doblio for the sticker. Thank you so much to Far Solar Rockers,
you.
the odd world of Rena Happy, who says happy birthday. Doing a happy birthday, the most enjoyable voices to
Nice.
hear. Thank you so much. And happy birthday to you, beautiful people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys.
I haven't really celebrated a birthday like properly, so I'm hoping I can celebrate it tomorrow with a little cake and everything. But we'll see.
Thank you.
But thank you so much to everybody, and let's just get started with the celebration by showing this drama. Now, I don't know if viewers remember. I don't know if you remember. But you watched the previous drama. Like there were two dramas made about this time when I was a young kiddo, and we previously a couple of months ago we watched this one. Young People Ask, How Can I Make Real Friends? Remember it?
Yes.
It was really good, right?
Mhm.
You learned a lot of things, learned a lot about Jehovah.
Yes.
And now I thought, let's watch the companion piece. Young People Ask, What will I do with my life? Because I'd love to know, like, what will I do with my life? I'm only gonna be 33 years old. I want to know what I should do when I grow up. So what better way to check it out? Diana says, oh my god, it's your birthday. Today is my 3D anniversary of waking up. We share birthdays ish almost.
Hey,
Happy
light
birthday,
one up
bro.
with us.
This is my third time in my life that's
That's
perfect. Anyway, let's get on with the celebration and let's start playing this thing. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Every Christian youth must
Remember
ask
to be on
himself
frame.
a soul-searching question.
There you go.
What will I do with my life?
Thank you so much.
Much like Christian youth today, a young man named Timothy was faced with the decision about what to do with his life. Timothy lived in the 1st century. His home was evidently a town called Lystra in the Roman province of Galatia. Timothy's godly mother Eunice and believing grandmother Lois raised him to love and serve Jehovah. However, Timothy's father was an unbeliever, and as such would likely have promoted the goals offered by the Roman world. Like young ones today, Timothy would undoubtedly have been subjected to the influence of instructors who would promote worldly philosophy.
Now, I should point this out. You have never seen this because you've never been a Jehovah's Witness, right?
Correct.
But obviously, you know all about Timothy, right?
No.
A very important person in the Bible.
Nope.
Well, he was basically a Jehovah's Witness. If you ask Jehovah's Witnesses about it, Timothy basically just like he had a divided household because his father wasn't a Jehovah's Witness and his mom and his grandma were. So that's basically all of the details that we get in the Bible, and that's why
Okay.
here they're like evidently Timothy also wanted to play sports in his school team because they subtract a lot of meaning out of the story of Timothy just because it was like the one dude who was kind of like his dad wasn't in the truth in the religion, in the Christian religion, but it's a little bit similar like some Jehovah's Witnesses today,
Mhm.
which is why they're like evidently
Mhm.
Timothy wanted to get laid, but he didn't do that evidently.
Evidently in our
What
publication.
would he do with his
Evidently,
life?
of course.
Cheers, y'all.
A significant
if it's
event in
11 a.m.
Timothy's life was the visit of the Apostle Paul.
Thanks, Javi.
In time, Lois,
Thanks so
Eunice,
much.
and Timothy all became Christians.
Thank you so much.
Little
By the way, I will put on the screen like every happy birthday uh mm, message that I get in case you were wondering, like, is he gonna put like every time that he gets a happy birthday? Yes, I
Of
will.
course.
Yes, I will. This is the very first time that well, not the very first time, but one of the very first times that I get to like celebrate my birthday. So anyone who wants to say happy birthday, they will get featured. Of course, I love it.
Little did Timothy realize how profound an influence Paul would have on his life. By the time Paul returned to Lystra, Timothy had grown into a well-respected young man. Paul chose him to be his traveling companion. Timothy greatly benefited from Paul's training.
Thank you so much.
In time, Timothy himself qualified to serve as a traveling overseer. After years of association together, Paul and Timothy were separated. Paul had been arrested and sentenced to death. Before his execution, Paul wrote Timothy a final letter. By the time Timothy received it,
Yes, of course.
Paul may already have been executed. His final admonition to Timothy: keep your senses in all things. Do the work of an evangelizer. Fully accomplish your ministry. Like young Timothy, Christian youths today face a choice:
It was hot. Okay.
whether to use their lives in vain pursuits or in the service of Jehovah.
Yeah, I'm hoping they start moving.
Whoa.
I know. Like usually, like in the other one, Dina, like they showed us Dina, and then Dina was basically like this Jehovah's Witness, and it was very obvious that they based Dina on her. But since this time, like the actor it's a black actor, they can't be like Timothy was black, obviously, because that wouldn't make sense in the story. So they just fade in Timothy with like the most different looking human being they could find. Look at him.
Yeah, seriously.
Like this Caucasian, a tiny nose, tiny lips, and just brown eyes, and it just fades into this dude.
Full lips,
Full lips,
lovely
like,
eyelashes.
nice
I always
melatonin,
loved to
just
run.
all of it.
I guess it started when I was little. I'd race all the kids in
Just saying. The Watchtower Society was going woke before Netflix was, okay. That's all I'm saying.
the neighborhood. When I got older, I'd run just to clear my mind. Running just seemed to come natural to me. In high school, running on the track team became the most
Thank you so much.
important
Will
thing
do.
in my life. But in the spring of my junior year,
Big one.
some things were happening that took my mind off my game.
Go! Wake up, Andre!
Jesus.
My mother and grandmother had become Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't baptized yet, but I knew it was the truth. The more I learned about the truth, the more I questioned.
I wish you could have seen that.
That was a little bit too big.
That was for you, Diana.
That was for you. That was for you, David. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna mute it for a little bit.
How important running should be in my life.
Andre, everything okay?
Yeah, good. Everything's great.
Fell asleep at the wheel back there. Lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I expect a lot more from my star sprinter. You seem distracted. It's not about me pulling you from the winter invitational, is it?
No, Coach, that's
You know
ancient
how
history.
strict the school is about letting students compete with an injury, insurance, liability. and all.
Coach, that's not it, really. Look, I did zone out, but it won't happen again, I promise.
That's what I wanted to hear, Andre. Thursday, after school, we'll do some extra work on that blind pass.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man. Rain check, Coach. Sorry, I got my meeting.
Meeting? Andre, we've got an invitational next week and the divisional in 3 weeks. And besides, you've missed them before.
I know, but this is different. I have an assignment. I'm giving a talk.
The talk. Last time it was something else.
No, Coach, this is important to me.
Look, your religion is your business, but this team is mine. If you want to run, I need 100%. I need you to focus. Something you've had real trouble with lately.
Could it be that this is the Andre that the Watchtower publications and Awake magazines are always telling me about? Is this the Andre?
Which Andre, may I ask?
Every time that there is a wonderful, to anyone who doesn't know, there is a wonderful video by one of my favorite XGW YouTubers of all time, the Blue Envelope channel, who chronics the story of Andre. Basically, Jehovah's Witnesses love to come up with like fake stories in their publications and then just give them like fake names.
Yeah.
And one of the most given fake names is Andre. So you can chronicle the story of, like, you can believe that Andre is a real person, and you can chronicle all of the story of Andre, like his whole life and everything, through the publications, because Andre shows up so much. Like, it's just the one name that they always used. So of course he had to be Andre. I didn't know that was his name. That's insane.
Look, Andre, if you win the divisional meet, you'll go to state. There'll be a dozen college scouts with big fat scholarships lined up to meet you.
Coach, you know I want to
Here's
win,
your
but
chance to prove to yourself that you've got what it takes. Your teammates are counting on you, Andre.
Andre is ripped
Look,
as well.
you do your thing Thursday night if it's that important.
Oh,
to
yeah.
you. But you're mine after that. Got it?
got it.
Now hit the shower.
Sure thing, Coach.
So homoerotic.
He also brings his
Look at
Coach
those
Carter
arms.
knew how
Jesus
badly I wanted
Christ.
to win.
How old is the actor?
And he was
He's
right.
obvious. He's not, what do you mean? How old is the actor? He's obviously in school. He's 11. He's in school.
I was distracted. That week, I was giving my first talk on the Theocratic Ministry School. I'd known about it for a while,
You know what I mean?
but I had been so busy with track practice, I hadn't even started on it. It's a shadow of the good things to come, but not the very substance of the things. Men can never, with the same sacrifice.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the Jehovah's Witness swag. He gets to wear one ring, which is like more swag that like most Jehovah's Witnesses get. But obviously, he has like an oversized t-shirt, just a little bit too big for him, and it's obviously tucked into his jeans, which he's wearing a belt on, like obviously a black leather belt.
Not the very substance of the things. Men can
Oh
never,
my
with the
God,
same
Andre.
With only a couple of days left, the pressure was on to get it done. Even so, I was having trouble focusing on that too.
Oh, those ASICs are sick. The gun is gold too? Oh my God, this is opulent.
Andre! Hey, Andre! Yo, Andre! Yo, Andre! Yo, Dre.
That's kind of really well
Where
done.
you were?
Oh, hey, Berto.
Man, you're becoming a regular monk or something.
Just doing some reading, that's all.
Maybe you should do some reading on how to take off when I hit my mark.
Like you never messed up. Besides, I made up the lost time.
Come on, man. It's like your head's not in the game anymore. Ever since you
Oh
started
my God, he's Zac Efron. His head's not in the game. He gotta get his head in the game.
hanging out at that church,
Kingdom Hall.
whatever. It's like you've been going through changes or something. I mean, when's the last time we just hung out? You always got some lame excuse.
Yep, because obviously he's a Jehovah's Witness. So he can't hang out.
Look, everything's okay between you and me, really. I just got a lot going on, that's all.
Man, the
Berto,
acting really
trust
dips
me,
in quality.
We're gonna win.
In quality.
We better. For two.
This is what we're discovering. I've been in this retro Jehovah's Witness video binge for a while, and I've been watching a lot, like on the channel. You'll find like we've been watching a lot of old videos, and what I found is that before, even though they made fewer videos, the videos were far more polished. The acting was far more like everything was just far more polished and dignified and nice and well made. Whereas nowadays, it's just like grab whatever actor and then just film him in HD and then just get them to say their lines and it's done. We set everything else in post, and yeah, it's not like they again. This probably is the same school they used to record the other drama. I wouldn't put him past it. Like because remember in the other one they also used another school, and here they're using a school. Whereas nowadays they would just use like a bench and some green screen. You know, it's insane.
For good reasons. Reason number one, college scholarships.
That's how you know he's worldly. You know, his shirt is still tucked in because you know he's not a whore. But his hat is like backwards in a cool, fashionable way.
Need it, and you know I need it.
What's reason number two?
No, those aren't even jeans, yo. Like those are slacks. Those are slacks. Oh my God. And this Andre's favorite color is clearly blue. Like it's just the every unimaginative man's favorite color, blue.
Pictures on the cereal box.
So blue.
After we win the gold at the Olympics.
Got that right. After the Olympics.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Grandma. Chicken looks great, Mom.
That was way too fast for a prayer. Way too fast. You can tell he's not good in the Jehovah's organization, because that was too fast of a prayer. Now remember, this was made. Let me just check when this was made, because I need to know. What's the name of this thing?
Young people ask, what will I
Yeah,
do?
I need to know.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
So this, look at how she's wearing.
Yeah.
Look at what she's wearing and how she's dressing.
Yes.
How she's wearing.
Yes.
Where is she from?
Where is she from?
Yeah, she looks like she's from the 70s, right?
When is she from? Yes.
This
70s.
was released in
or
2004.
Oh my God.
This was released in 2004. Look at how the oh my God, this is 70s. Look at this hair.
No, it's more like 80s, I feel.
70s,
Approaching
80s,
90s.
but like,
Not 70s.
come on. Yeah, 70s, they were a little bit wilder, right?
Yeah, no.
This is like more boring than the 70s. You're totally right.
Andre, don't you owe me an explanation?
I'm sorry, Mom. Practice just ran late.
Again?
Well, like Dad says, practice makes perfect.
Do they have to work you so hard? You barely have time for anything else.
Like that talk you had this week.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Will.
Hi, honey.
Hey, son. Hey, Grandma.
Whirly dad. This looks like a real beard as well.
How
Do you
could
think
that
they
be?
let the brother grow a beard because it was going to be so short for the drama, or do you think this is also a fake beard? Now, obviously, let's remember the father is kind of going to play like sort of like an antagonist role, because he's not a Jehovah's Witness. So
Okay.
he's like, practice makes perfect. You know that you should pursue what you like. So he's a villain, and obviously he's always tired because he's always working, because those worldly people are always working. Not like Jehovah's Witnesses who have to be always working because they're always poor.
Yeah. How was work?
Not one of my better days. My new website kept crashing.
Dad, we worked on that blind pass today. It needs a little work, but I think we're real close. Oh, and the 100-meter sprint? They may as well give me the trophy now.
Oh, that sounds great, son.
Yeah, Coach Clark is a little worried, but I think if we can ace the invitational next week, then a divisional in 3 weeks is in the bag.
Oh, divisional in 3 weeks. Andre, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm going to be out of town with some investors that week.
No big deal, Dad.
See, because he's worldly, he won't be able to make it to his son's important thing, because he's worldly and he never has time for anything. Whereas if he was a Jehovah's Witness, he wouldn't have time to make it to his son's thing, because his son wouldn't be allowed to participate in anything. So problem solved. You know, you really see the advantages of being a Jehovah's Witness.
I know you're disappointed. I'm going to make it up to you. I know how hard you trained for this.
Maybe a little too much training.
How's that?
Well, I think it's too much for him. He hardly has time to eat, and I know that it's affecting his grades.
My grades are okay.
Okay. Andre, okay isn't good enough. Once you're in the business world, you have to be better than everyone else, or you'll get eaten alive.
The
Dad, I
business.
just got a lot going on, that's all. Practice, tests, and all that.
Let's see. Practice, tests. Aren't you leaving something out? What about all the time you spend going to those meetings?
But you said it was okay for me to go.
If
It didn't interfere with school.
right.
This guy's reasonable. Like, the dude is like, listen, you want to be part of your weird fucking thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. The guy's like, you want to be part of your weird, your mom's weird cult? That's fine. Just you're a kid. Your school should be the priority. And he is meant to be like this villain because he's like, oh my god, he's putting school ahead of the meetings.
Exactly.
Oh,
How
how
dare
dare
he?
he, fucking asshole.
Me.
Child
I don't think that going to the Kingdom Hall is the problem.
No, Dad, it's just that
Chicken
Coach
double.
Clark has stepped up our training.
Andre, if you try to do it all, something's going to suffer.
Potato.
You're going to have to start being more responsible, son.
Will, this Thursday, Andre's going to do something very responsible. He's going to give a talk in front of 100 people at our congregation.
Well, I don't see how that's going to help him do better in school or anywhere else for that matter.
Well,
Sure.
he's learning how to communicate, to teach. These are skills that can help Andre in whatever he chooses to do.
Honey, why don't you come to his talk and see for yourself?
Yeah, Dad, you don't have to stay for the whole meeting.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. We all had an understanding, right? This is not my religion, it's yours. No offense, son. I will not go to the Kingdom Hall. Not now, not ever. Understand?
Who says
What?
that?
What? And I know, and he's supposed to be a villain just because he's placing boundaries. Like that's it. Like they're like, listen. He's like, listen. This religion makes you happy. That is fine. Just hey, let's have boundaries. You can do whatever you want. Just don't try to involve me. Like that's our agreement. And he says that was their agreement. So that was a previous agreement that Jehovah's Witnesses are trained to go against, because Jehovah's Witnesses will always try to push their religion on everybody.
Honey, I just thought that
Now,
would
if you
be
don't
good.
mind, I would like to finish my dinner in peace.
Can you rewind on that, please? Please.
Now, if you don't mind, I would like to finish my dinner in peace.
Oh, in peace. Also, I mean, why would he act like a teenager that way? It just feels
Because he's worldly. He's not happy.
worldly. Yes.
Worldly people are unhappy.
So good.
You can see that the problem here isn't that, like, Watchtower believes that the problem here is that he has the father who gives him like the support he needs to pursue his dreams. That is what Watchtower feels the problem is. Like, problem is the father, which is why they're in a divided household, and the father is like, yeah, you should pursue all of that stuff that makes you happy. Whereas Watchtower would rather have the father be just as indoctrinated as her. So whenever he's like, hey, I want to pursue something good for me, they can both be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Give your way to Jehovah, you idiot. That is the problem that they don't say out loud in this drama.
Oh, hi, Mom. Sure, come on in.
I brought you something.
Thanks, Mom.
Looks like you're working on your talk.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Andre, your dad loves you very much. He's had a hard time out there, and he doesn't want you to have the same struggles or make the same mistakes.
But
neither do I. But your grandmom and I, we have another concern. I know your dad supports your running, and I'm trying not to interfere. I don't want anything to become more important than your relationship with Jehovah.
Look at how insidious this is. The mom, like the dad was like, listen, your priority should be school, agreed? And then everyone at the table was like, yep, agreed. And then the mom waited until he was isolated by himself. And he was like, by the way, what your dad said about school being important, I don't want that. The most important thing should be Jehovah. That is really insidious, because that like, she's going behind her husband's back just to ensure that this guy is as indoctrinated as he can be. That's insane.
Wait, question.
What?
So she's going behind her husband's back, right? Which normally you shouldn't do as a JW wife. But I feel in this context, people will watch it and be like, that's a good thing to do, right?
Yeah,
Because he's worldly.
you shouldn't do anything unless that helps indoctrinate somebody else. So if something helps indoctrinate somebody else, then you can do it. It's fine.
But you're thinking
Whereas that is going against your husband or going against your family or all of that stuff, the most important thing is the religion. As long as you put the religion first, then you can lie and do whatever you want.
Interesting. Thank you.
Can I love running and Jehovah?
No.
Do you remember what Jesus said? You cannot slave for two masters.
Thank you so
You'll
much.
end up loving one
Thank you so much.
and hating the other. Son, I know with Jehovah's help, you will make the right decision.
Oh man, so insidious.
Well, I better get this talk finished.
I know you'll do a good job.
I know that with the help of the God from this cult, you'll make the right decision of following this cult. That's what she's saying. This is how Jehovah's Witnesses manipulate people and manipulate kids while pretending that they're giving the kids like a freedom and whatever. They're like, hey, I know you'll make the right decision. Like when they can't tell you outright, no, don't pursue your dreams. They just look at you and they're like, pray to Jehovah, and I know I'll see you in the meeting because you made the right decision. Like it's so insidious. Like there's no real choice.
Pleasure in him. Now we are not the sort that shrink back to destruction, but the sort that have faith to the preserving alive of the soul. Christians are runners. Runners in the race for life. We must have endurance to finish that race. Runners in a long distance race often eat a lot of carbohydrates the night before. Like a long distance runner, we can build up a reserve of spiritual strength by feeding on spiritual food. This will help us to run the race with endurance and to gain the prize of everlasting life.
Look at this convoluted fucking mess. He's like Christians are like runners. And runners eat a lot of carbs before a run. Now we can eat a lot of carbs in the shape of spiritual food to prepare to run for the meeting, so we're not late. What the hell? Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my god! Like, this is how much they extrapolate meaning out of like one verse, just so it can fit like in the doctrine. Like, just this Frankenstein of a thing, just like put into the pieces. It's just, oh my god, it's terrible. It's terrible. Also, look at the Kingdom Halls. Like, Kingdom Halls are not this nice anymore. I feel like no Kingdom Hall is this. They used to be so nice, and nowadays they're just so ugly. Like they're so.
You think it's nice, and I just see that's boring and corporate and claustrophobic.
It's corporate, but it's nice the way that the kind of like hotel lobby from the 80s.
Yeah,
like very affordable, very 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 reasonable price hotel lobby would be nice. Like that's how nice it is to me.
And again, great job on your talk tonight.
Hey, we're looking forward to your next one.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Good evening, Andre.
I'm weird.
Hello, Brother Plastic.
That was your first talk. A real milestone. You did an excellent job.
Thanks, Brother Plastic.
Your illustration about eating carbohydrate. Very effective.
Well, I guess talking about running comes pretty easy to me.
So I've heard, I was into sports myself when I was young.
You were?
Don't let this cane fool you, young man. When I was your age, I had dreams of swimming in the Olympics.
Really? I never knew that.
Why is he a cartoon character?
Someday I will tell you about it. Say, I was wondering, Do you know of an energetic young man who could help me with a small project around the house?
Sure, Brother Fleisig, I'd be happy to help. I could come by Saturday after practice.
Wunderbar. I'm looking
Now, I
forward
knew
to
that Brother
seeing you
Fleisig had been an elder.
He's like a German cartoon. Like,
That's
oh,
what
wonderful. Oh, don't you know if there's a young man that can help me? Wonder. Oh my God. It's just so why is everyone a cartoon? I don't
For
understand.
years, and he had even been a circuit
well, then
overseer.
shall
So
we?
I was a little nervous. I actually thought about
Oh.
canceling, but I decided to keep my word and help him out that day. I'm glad that I did.
What are they doing?
Okay, you two, it's getting late.
Look,
Come on
look,
inside. I just
look.
made a fresh
No,
pitcher of
hold on.
lemonade.
Hold on. He's pretending to work on it while hovering the tool over the fence.
It was
It was hovering. Look at it. 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 It's hovering. They're like it makes too much noise. Don't
My
just
word
make it
and
hover.
help him out that day.
Because look, it's hovering.
Yeah,
Glad that I
yeah,
did.
Look at it.
Okay, you
It's
two, it's
hovering.
getting late. Come on inside. I just made a fresh pitcher of lemonade.
Oh my goodness. Forget what I said about production earlier.
Man, a life wasted in devotion to the Watchtower. That's insane. You've all been in houses like these, right? Like it's just
You know you
covered in
have to
like
take your
Watchtower
medicine.
shit and Watchtower photos of when they built the Kingdom Hall and all that stuff. And you before I used to admire them and I was like, oh, they're so spiritual. And now I'm like, man, that is just oh my God, such a waste.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So, as a JW who's obviously dedicated and everything,
yeah.
would you say then this religion would be almost the focus of your life 24/7? Like the first thing your mind goes to?
I mean, it should be in ideal circumstance. Like the way if Watchtower was to get away with it, it would be your whole focus. The 24/7, you would wake up with a prayer, thanking Jehovah for waking up, and then you'd go to preach, and then you go back, you go give studies, Bible studies, and then maybe you do some work to like make some money, and then you go to the meetings, and then you go to sleep before right after praying, like that. You would be thinking of Jehovah 24/7 if you followed Watchtower's outline, basically.
Yeah, you just made me think of that because you noted that they have JW shit all over, and it was the first time it clicks in my mind. Wait, some people do that? Oh God, like how indoctrinated would you have to be? So it's even in your decor and it's in your every part of your house.
Well, it's not on their decor,
Not
because like
decor,
it's not like
but-
Catholic figurines, which are kind of creepy. But at least that's also decor. What do you set up as decor from the Watchtower? Like the bound volumes, like that's it. That's all you get. You can't set up like a nice figurine of like I don't know. Like Jade. I'd love to set up a figurine of Jade. Let me tell you,
Ah, see, this is what I
What?
mean. Something like the VHS, exactly. Not decor per se.
like this. Law, I remember
Yeah,
if I
like-
were that would be judged negatively for having a large display of VHS on display. Yeah, no. You would, yeah. Your focus should be if they're on display, you should have like the Jehovah's ones like on display first.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Sam Bartos. He says all those books will be burned. Your identity is JW. That's true. Like those books are all filled with old light, and those books. A lot of the books that they showed over here, right over here when he's panning.
Oh,
A lot of these books, a lot of these books, you can't even find them in JW.org. You can't find these ones. Like these are old ones. I can't tell which ones are this, but I can assure you can't find any of these ones in JW.org. Basically, like 90% of these ones you will not be able to find because your identity is being a Jehovah's Witness, as Sam points out. So yeah, no, this is I always find I find this very sad. And remember, like all of these books, were sold before. Like it's not like the religion gave it to them. Like they bought them. So it was like a display of how much you've spent before, like on the religion. Like I've spent so much and I have all of the collection because I'm that spiritual. So yeah, it's just the more you learn about the religion, the more sinister just shots like these get.
You know you have to take your medicine.
Ah, medicine is for sick people.
Well, you're
I've
sick.
never felt better in my life.
You know better. You really push yourself too hard sometimes.
I don't pay you to lecture me.
You don't pay me at all, Dad. Now, take your medicine, please. I have to get home. Jack and I have that new Bible.
I love it. Just a mild misogyny. I don't pay you to do this. It's just a mild misogyny to the daughter, just for the amusement of the guys. Just a little bit. They're just, that's a little bit of misogyny between brothers of Christ.
Study tonight.
Bist du jetzt zufrieden?
Danke, Papi. Now you two enjoy yourselves. Don't let him keep you too late, Andre.
Bye, Sister Sanders.
I don't think they have to get rid of the old books in their houses. They don't have to, but in the Kingdom Hall, they definitely do. Like in the Kingdom Halls, they used to have like the library because not everybody could afford to like buy all of the books all of the time. So that library would get continuously purged from all books, and they were advised to burn them, actually, not even to throw them away, to burn them. In fact, Harrison Cawthor from the Truth Hurts channel, he has a few books from like a very old books that he saved from burning because they were throwing them away in a Kingdom Hall. So yeah, you can't have them in the Kingdom Hall, but you can have it at home. I think they've shown shots of old people with like old books at home, and I don't think there's any issue with having old books as long as you have them and you're not like sharing them with anybody, and it's just like just for you personally, and you know that the books are wrong, they're all light, so you don't talk about them and that kind of stuff. Then you be.
When I heard you talk the other night, I thought to myself, this young man has potential, excellent illustrations. By the way, did you use the index when you researched your talk?
What index?
The index is like a map to hidden treasures. You just have to know how to use that map. Can you see that dark red book over there?
This one here?
Yes, please. Have a seat. The light, please.
You can't turn on the light.
This is a Watchtower Publication Index. In it, you find different subjects in alphabetical order. Let's say, for example, that you want information on endurance. Do you see all the subheadings under endurance?
Yeah, lots. Adversity, cultivating, David, Jehovah.
This is what they used to have before JW.org. Since they had so many books, they had to have a book about the books, which was called the Index, which talked about like all of the themes about that you could find, like a dictionary. And then instead of the definition, you would find where you can find more information, like in which book. So he's teaching him to use the library, the vast library that they used to have, properly, so he can find more of what their religion is saying about a certain topic, and more about like their own twisted doctrine. Remember the doctrine not in the Bible. Like you won't find Bible verses. You'll only find like the index, the code for the publication, because that's what you need to learn from. Like you learn from the Bible.
Jesus Christ, modern day witnesses.
Now, under each subheading, you see a list of references.
Also, by the way, this was 2004. Computers were about to be everywhere. they should have embraced computers from the beginning, because by 2004 you could create very well. You could create a program, like a very rudimentary program, to replace the index, and they did. They had the CD-ROM of the Watchtower Society, but they didn't make it like they made it now, where it's all digital. Like, you had to have the CD. But by 2004, come on, like, GeoCities was already there. Like, they could have set up an early version of the CD-ROM, like, and hosted it on the internet. If Jehovah was guiding them, that's the first thing that they would have done. Like, they would have been the first ones to the party, not the last ones to the internet party.
I mean, they're always outdated in their clothes, the hair, everything, right?
Yeah. They move on with technology once the rest of the world has. Once they have no other choice.
Now, to find out what these abbreviations mean, you just turn to the front of the index, and here you have them. And you know, there's another interesting feature. For example, you read a Bible text.
Anyway, the set is really well made. Like, you can feel like this is, I don't even know if this is a set or a real house, because it feels like a real house. It feels lived in. And that the guy, like, is a good actor, because he feels comfortable in that house. You know, he behaves like he's in his house, while this guy behaves like he's I guess, you know, so far those little touches of acting, like those are there, which is they wouldn't be there in modern dramas.
We had a race with a local school that week, and the divisional meet was getting closer. So the coach was really stepping up the pressure.
All right, back kicks. All right, a little quicker there, Andre. Hey. A little sloppy there, Baker and Jones. All right, reset. Stretch is over, on your feet.
And check out the music. Like, this isn't supposed to be enjoyable. This is supposed to be a chore. Like this thing that makes him happy. And exercising, which, you know, releases endorphins and everything. Like, he's not having, like, even here, it's like, you won't have fun is way too hard. Where, well, you know, you usually feel better after a training. So yeah, you don't feel great in the middle. But here they're like, oh, look how much he's suffering. They're pushing him so hard. We will never do that in this religion. We only want the rest of your life.
Here you go. Some more paint, my friend.
Thank you.
By the way, I didn't see you at the meeting on Thursday night. I was concerned you're taken sick.
Oh, no. It's because the divisional meet is just 2 weeks away. The coach is really pushing us hard.
It takes a lot to be a winner, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. How far do you think you'll go with your running?
I've always dreamed of running in the Olympics, but I don't know if I'm good enough for that.
Oh, the real question.
Probably get a scholarship to a good university, get a good job. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Ah, education, a good job. It's wise to think about these things. What sort of spiritual goals do you have?
Oh, you mean like getting baptized? I definitely plan on doing that when I'm ready.
Ah, excellent. Baptism opens the door to a life of service to Jehovah. Have you ever thought about the many opportunities open for a young man like you? Vessel service, pioneering, ministerial training school?
Me? I don't know if I'm cut out for any of that, Brother Fleissig. It's not a requirement, is it?
This guy very clearly wants to run more than he wants to go to the meetings. And he's like, I'm not sure that, you know, I want to do all of these things that you're talking about. I'd rather run. That's what he's saying. And this is supposed to be what's wrong with him. That is why he is here. He isn't here to help this old dude clean up his fence or whatever, or hover a tool on top of the fence. He isn't here because of that. He is here for this conversation. This is why he's here. So this guy can further indoctrinate him. And, it's not even the guy's fault. It's just the way that the religion works. That's how you remain indoctrinated, because other people will make sure that you're indoctrinated. If they see a young man who wants to get baptized and shit, but also has like worldly stuff, you have to invite them and make them have a good time and be like, hey, I will be nicer to you like this if you follow these rules. That's how high control groups work. So this is I wanted to point this out, because this is the most important part of the whole interaction, and I believe one of the most sinister things we'll see in this drama, that if you wouldn't see it, if you wouldn't be part of, if you weren't part of this religion, you would gloss over it, because you wouldn't need explanation. That that's why this guy is here when you're a Jehovah's Witness. But it's very easy to ignore when you've never been a Jehovah's Witness. I'm telling it to you, like I'm not telling it to anybody else. It's that way. That explanation was just for you.
Thank you.
Requirement? No. But Jehovah does require that we give him our best.
Well, how do you know what your best is?
The coach says you are the best runner on the team. Why does he think that?
He knows I'm fast because I work really hard at it. I take it very seriously.
Now, suppose you start missing practice. You are distracted by other things. The day of the big race comes, and you finish in last place. How would the coach feel then?
He would not be happy.
And why?
Well, he knows what I can do, what I'm capable of. I guess he'd know I wasn't giving it my best.
Gotta get your head in the game. Benny, have you ever considered basing your streaming schedule or work schedule in a different country and time zone?
Coach,
That would be better for me.
you want to
I
see
know
me?
it would be, and I have considered it, but we're leaving Leon for a couple of days, so I couldn't today, buddy. Sorry. That's why we're doing it so early, and in the middle of the week as well, and a day early, like before a day before our actual birthday, which is it's tomorrow. Thank you so much. Sam Burns host, I have never been happier since living for myself. Yeah, I know. It's the best. That's
freedom.
That's what this cult takes away from you. And that's the most important thing that this cult takes away from you, I think. It's your freedom.
Exactly.
That's why I am so against it. Because people that are in this cult, they're not free. They're not free to think. They're not free to do what they want. They're not free. So yeah, that's what I do. That's why I do what I do. Sparlug Jaduper, it says, Caleb, is today really your birthday? Because mine too. Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday,
It's not. It's
Sparlug.
tomorrow. I'm celebrating today because I won't be able to stream tomorrow. But yeah, like it's not just my birthday. It's our birthday.
It's our birthday.
So happy birthday to all of us. Yeah, Jay, come on. You sound a lot like Jehovah. Come on.
Come on in, son.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine. It's an old injury acting up again. That's all.
How'd it happen?
My junior year in college. I was practicing for the conference finals.
Ooh, thank you so much for the support,
I
Wagner.
was coming around the
Wagner
curve
Xavier.
and
That's a cool name.
my knee goes out. I go.
That's a cool name, right?
That is
Wagner Xavier. That's a cool ass name. That
like a badass villain.
Anyway, this is where the young proto Jehovah's Witness, like not proto, like pre Jehovah's Witness, because he hasn't been baptized yet. He is going to figure out what is going to happen to him if he goes into like sports, right? Which is very ironic. Like let's just let the scene play out, and then I'll tell you like why it's
Go down like a sack of potatoes.
So you didn't get to run in the finals.
Oh, I got to run all right. I got some real strong painkiller. A lot of guys use that stuff.
Wish I had that for the winter invitational.
Yeah, right. As soon as the school found out I let you run with an injury, I'd be out of a job. Anyway, stuff worked all right. I won the race.
But your leg got messed up.
A couple surgeries, painkillers from time to time. But I tell you what, Dempster, I don't regret it a bit.
You see it? So the coach
Yeah.
sacrificed his health for running because running was so important to him that he run with a lot of painkillers, even though it wasn't good. And then he went through a lot of surgeries and because he fucked up his knee, and now he has to take pills, right? And that is like the obscure part of liking racing, I guess. That maybe one day you have to race with you have to do a race with, you'll be pressured to do a race with a bad knee, and that's it. The irony though is that this is like the devil on Andres' shoulder, right? The guy telling him what he shouldn't do. The angel on Andres' shoulder is old German guy, right? I don't know his name. And the old German guy also has an injury on his knee. He also got his knee fucked up because he spent his whole life for a cult, in pursuit of a cult. And he still expected to go door to door, even though his knee is fucked up. Like this guy, the coach only had to run injured for a day. That's it. This guy, like the other dude, is expected to walk injured for the rest of his life. So this is nothing but projection. This is pure projection from the cult. And when you really get into it, even in this drama, the alternative is already worse. This is just pure projection. Because at least this guy got to live his life the way that he wanted. At least this guy got to, like, he's a coach now. He's an inspiration for children. Like he helps other kids. Come on, like, you sure he's a little bit too enthusiastic about racing? I mean, who wouldn't be, right? But he got to live his life the way that he wanted, and the other guy didn't. Like the other guy just didn't.
I finally got to taste what being a winner is all about.
See? That's what I want. Just being
Coach,
a winner.
I know why you wanted to see me.
Because your performance today was less than stellar?
Something like that.
No, that's not why.
That's true.
Go and have a seat.
Not just any old white man, an old German white man. Like, just remember that. He is German. I don't know why he came to the United States. You know, it sounds, maybe he was into a little bit of trouble because of his affiliation. We don't know. We don't know what he's in the United States, but he's German. It's true.
Andre, I've known you for almost 3 years now. Probably spent more time with you than with my own kids. You're one of my best
I didn't
runners,
say it.
hands down. If there's anyone on this team that's got what it takes to be a winner, it's you. This isn't about some little high school race. It's about your future. Son, you have a gift. A God-given gift.
Jesus Christ.
Don't waste it. Listen to your heart. Be what you know you can be.
This is bad advice because every Jehovah's Witness knows that verse that says that what your heart wants is oh my God, I haven't thought of that verse in forever. That it's gone. I don't have it in my brain anymore.
Jesus.
Oh my God, that's insane.
That's cool.
That's insane. I used to have that thing memorized. Anyway, you know that verse about you don't follow your heart because you're an idiot if you do that. So this is what the world is saying: follow your heart, because that's always a dog whistle for that. You know, when someone tells you follow your heart, you're supposed to say no, because your heart is treacherous or whatever. So yeah, this is dog whistle. But again, like this guy is just like, listen, you have a gift, like you should use it. Like you're good at this. You can get far in life, further than a lot of people. You're in a privileged position. Like not a lot of people get this opportunity. Take it. But obviously he is the antagonist, like the dad, because he's trying to get this guy to run.
to run, I guess.
This is true. Jehovah's Witnesses need heavier medicine than painkillers. They need to take antidepressants because of what their religion does to their minds. That is 1000% the case. Most Jehovah's Witnesses, like there's a disproportionate amount of Jehovah's Witnesses who are on antidepressants, because you would have to be like, the thought of Armageddon is anxiety inducing. It causes anxiety. Like that's how it works. So yeah, no, it's oh my god. Yeah, we'd erased it.
Sure thing, Coach.
And you're rolling.
All right, going home and get some
Say
rest.
thank you.
And Andre, try not to hurt yourself this time, partner.
So, Andre, is the coach still working you very hard?
Oh, yeah. But we never win otherwise.
Winning means a lot to you, doesn't it?
The rush across in the finish line, winning the trophy.
That's what I'm saying. But good from 80s. You know, like you'd feel like this is from the 80s, but a good film from the 80s, like a well-produced film from the 80s, you know?
Sure.
Like, when you learn this from the 2000s, it's like less impressive. But still far more polished than dramas today. I would maintain that. I would fight people who would tell me that this is not better produced than dramas today. This is better produced, more expensive than dramas today. You can tell even the music is original, even though like I haven't been making as much of a big deal as last time that we watched the organization behind the name, because that music, oh my god, that
was
we
beautiful.
watched it. I watched it with her literally just for enjoyment. Just because I was like, just listen to the music. Just look at we literally watched it just for our enjoyment alone. So yeah, this doesn't have like that amazing music because the focus is on the drama, but you can still feel like the orchestra and everything. Like it's all original. It's all made for this drama. So yeah, no, this is way better.
I guess it's hard to explain.
Ah, the finishing touch. Willkommen. Welcome.
Except if you're an apostate, just saying. Except if you get this fellowship, just saying.
Andre, do you remember how I told you that I used to swim?
Oh, further indoctrination. Again, the only reason why Andre is there
I haven't
is
looked
to
at
this guy
this
can
for
indoctrinate him.
years. Ah, here it is.
Brother Flexic, is that you?
Not bad,
How
is
that's
it? I loved swimming. My dream was to swim in the Olympics, and my coaches told me I had the talent.
So why didn't you?
My goal seemed right within my grasp.
Exactly.
Then one day,
The witnesses.
I loved what I was learning. I knew it was the truth. At first, I tried very hard to be dedicated to Jehovah as well as to my sport.
Were you able to?
I missed many meetings. I realized the truthfulness of Jesus' word. You cannot slave for two masters.
False
So
equivalency.
I took a stand for Jehovah and resigned from my swim team. It was a good thing that I did.
False false, not false equivalency, but false dichotomy. Jehovah's Witnesses, whenever, like there's nothing in the Bible that tells you, hey, maybe you shouldn't run for school. Like nothing in the Bible that forbids you from being famous. But what they'll always say is this: you cannot slave for two masters, making a false dichotomy. That's a false dichotomy.
I don't know.
I hope that's a false dichotomy. If not, I'm just gonna. If that's not a false dichotomy, I'm just gonna delete the stream like forever, like and just deny that this will ever happen. But yeah, that's what they always do. Whereas, while we know that there's nothing inherently wrong with sports, if you wanted to do sports, there's nothing inherently wrong with him representing the country in the Olympics. There's nothing in the Bible that tells him not to. They only use this false dichotomy. Let's hope it's right. By whenever they're trying to crush your dreams, so you can become like this poor and subservient a cult member. Because remember, there's nothing in the Bible that says this.
Why is that? Andre, the world went to war. The Olympics were cancelled. Many of my former teammates joined Hitler's army. I shudder to think that I might have joined them.
What the fuck?
What? What? This guy saying this? Oh my god! Oh my god! This guy is saying, "Thank God I didn't go to the Olympics because that may have turned me into a Nazi." What?
This is insane.
We have to hear that back. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
The Olympics were cancelled. Many of my former teammates joined Hitler's army. I shudder to think that I might have joined them.
Like that's all that was keeping him from joining Hitler's army? Just like the chance? Like that's it. Like he's like, man, but let me tell you, if I had the chance to join Hitler's army, oh man, I shudder to think because I would have. I would have 1000% killed anybody who wasn't white like me. I 1000. That was literally the only thing that was preventing me from being a Nazi. Like
being asked to be one.
being asked. Jesus Christ. Thank God nobody asked me because I would have 1000% say yes.
No way you would have done that, Brother Fleissig.
Millions did put faith in Hitler's promises.
Faith in
but
Hitler.
only because I was active in the truth, I was not deceived. Like so many of our brothers, I was arrested and thrown into the concentration camp. Many of our brothers lost their lives. It was only with Jehovah's help I endured. But in spite of everything, I was happy.
Happy? How could you be happy?
Happiness does not come from possession of worldly success. Happiness comes from knowing you are pleasing Jehovah. In the camp, we had the opportunity to prove our love for Jehovah, and we learned to trust Him absolutely.
Didn't you say that a lot of people died?
That made us happy. Let me show you something. In the camp, I had these.
Oh, I forgot about this.
When I was your age, I wanted many things. Fame.
Oh
money.
my God, this is insane. Like this, obviously, this guy's story of being in a camp. That's not that you say the whole thing because we don't want to get demonetized. He already said it.
Okay.
Don't say it. So this guy, the only purpose of the story is to martyrize him, to be like, I suffered and was in the worst kind of like circumstances that he could have been before Palestine became an open air prison. Just saying. And what are you going to do for this cult? I gave up most of my life and I suffered. What are you going to do? And now he's even bringing out props to bring to get his point ahead.
How do you call it? The good life?
Talk about manipulation.
Yeah.
In the camp, that meant nothing. But this bowl meant something. With it, I could eat and live. Ever so often, I take it out as a reminder.
A reminder of what?
That when we put Jehovah first, we don't need
Into a
many
camp.
material things. All we really need is our spoon and bowl.
Be poor.
Yes.
Like literally. Literally.
Yeah.
And look, I am
After
all for
I was
like,
really-
the anti-materialism that Jehovah's Witnesses are famous for. Like I'm all for that, right? I'm not a materialistic person at all. I don't pursue riches. I don't think riches are success. I think that's the biggest lie that this capitalistic centric world has told you and has convinced you of. Like I understand. I am in for that, but I mean, the only reason why this guy is telling this other guy is because they're like, he's like, riches won't make you happy. Be poor and in our religion instead. Like that won't make you happy either. What are you talking about? That will make you even less happy. That if you were just poor, because at least if you were just poor, you wouldn't be fearing Armageddon all your life.
Released from the camp, I decided to serve Jehovah in the full-time service. Eventually, I married my dear wife, Gisela. We had a wonderful life together in Jehovah's service. Together, we served as pioneers, then in the circuit work, and in raising our daughter Joy. Andre, do you see all these people with my wife and myself?
Yeah, who are they?
These are just some of the people we helped come into the truth. No trophy could have brought me so much joy.
But what if the war hadn't come, Brother Fleissig? Do you think you might have regretted giving up your dreams?
Dad, I'll be right in with your medicine.
No, my
Okay,
boy. I
darling.
would have found a way to be a Nazi one way or another. Let me tell you, I would have found a way. If I became a runner, I would have been that N-word, like the worst N-word, because I'm afraid I can't keep saying it because I'll get demonetized. But I would have been. I would have joined Hitler. That's all I'm saying. Like I would have found a way. I would have found. The only thing that prevented me was just being a Jehovah's Witness.
Andre, when you get home, look up Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. I think that will answer your question.
Why, for that matter, I do indeed also consider all things to be loss, on account of the excelling value of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord. On account of him I have taken the loss of all things, and I consider them as a lot of refuse. Grandmom, what do you think Brother Fleissig meant?
Well, the Apostle Paul said he'd taken the loss of all things. What do you think he meant?
All the things he gave up.
Right.
Like running.
Paul was a well-educated man. He could have become rich and famous. But once he learned the truth about...
You don't know that. You don't know that. And he wouldn't have, because Paul wasn't Paul all the time, right? Paul was Saul before he became Paul, and he wasn't rich and famous. Like he was kind of famous, like kind of like notable for all of the Christians he killed, But that's it. Like, he wasn't rich and famous. So he wouldn't have become rich and famous if he was a worldly person, because he was a worldly person.
About the Christ, he gave all that up. Read the last part of that verse
Oh my
again.
God, I have that apron.
And I consider them as a lot of refuse.
I need to throw it out.
Refuse like garbage.
So
I need to.
Paul realized that in the long run, all the things he gave up were nothing but garbage. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Can you also make an apron with your curtains? That's true. Houses these days have fewer curtains, as Jake said.
Grandma,
I can't
is it
picture
wrong
it.
for me to want to become a track star?
Yeah.
Is it wrong?
Exactly. Is it wrong? The real question. Is it wrong?
It comes down to the price you're willing to pay.
False equivalency.
Remember how Satan offered Jesus all the kingdoms of the world? What did Satan want in return?
He wanted Jesus to worship him.
If you want to be a star in Satan's world, don't you think he's going to want something from you?
Jesus Christ.
Based on what? Based on what? Oh
You
my
get
God.
that pass down or what?
Poetry in motion, my man.
Notice-
The trophy's in the bag. I just have to run a little bit.
Notice how he didn't pull up like any Bible verse, nothing.
Mhm.
Exactly. They're just extra apron. She didn't pull up any Bible verse, nothing, because that thought of, oh, if you want to be rich and famous in this world, Satan's gonna want something from you.
It's not biblical.
It's not biblical. It's not biblical. Oh my God.
Hey, that kind of rhymes.
Faster to make up for your lost time.
What? I can whip you any day.
In your dreams.
Ooh, Team Anchorman, Coach's pet, big star. I'll take you any day. Here to the other end of the line.
Nah, Berto.
That's what I thought.
Come on, we just showered now?
No, I understand. I want to get whipped in front of these girls. Not good for your rep.
Roberto,
What?
go.
Dre, are you okay?
Coach is gonna kill me.
This ain't good. Come on. Let's see if I can get you up. Dre, maybe you tore something, man. Probably same as last time.
Hey, man, this ain't funny. How am I gonna run tomorrow? I can't believe this.
Stay calm. Stay calm. You just need a shot. You know painkillers. The pros use it all the time.
No, man, forget it. If anyone found out the coach would get in trouble.
The school don't have to know. Nobody does. I know just what you need.
Nah, man, I don't know about that. Man, no, Berto, forget it.
Look, man. Do you really want to watch another meet from the sidelines? Huh? Besides, without you, our team is sunk. I'm sunk. Now ain't the time to get right to me, Andre.
Yes, to
Bro.
decide.
Come on. You're not breaking no law. Just some dumb rule. Let's go before coach sees you like this. And trust me, it'll be okay.
This
This will be the last call for the boys 100-meter finals. Please report to the starter at the north end of the track.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to share something. This is kind of embarrassing.
Does it look more like an elbow or a knee?
I'm sorry.
Make a poll about that.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is terrible. I'm so embarrassed. I'm just gonna re-roll it now.
Please do.
He's gonna re-roll.
Go back to it.
Dre, I'm trying to tell you, they cannot stop the true blue Wildcat. They trying to, but we did it, bro.
Okay, boys, listen up. Let's gather around.
See, I told you that stuff will work. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
You boys made me proud today. Look at this beauty. You learned this. Every time a student walks by the trophy case, he's going to see this. Whoa. Have to be careful, though. We can't rest on our laurels and our accomplishments. Next, there's the state championships. And for some of you, it doesn't have to stop there. So what I need is more focus, more commitment, and more dedication. Sure, it'll require some hard work, some sacrifice, but it's worth it, isn't it?
These are JW, right?
Question is, are
These
y'all up
some
to the
ripped
challenge?
JWs.
I said, are y'all
I work in construction, baby.
Oh no, is this really what I really want? I'm not sure though. I had to take this pill, so now I'm an addict to opioids. Is it really worth it?
I'm just filling up the blank. Yeah, exactly. The coach is like, you need to dedicate yourself to running more than any religion. No time for preaching.
Satan's world. Don't you think he's going to want something from you?
But I'm just afraid that running is slowing you down spiritually.
No trophy could have brought me so much joy.
Ma? Oh, there you are.
All right, I'll tell him.
I'll be back in a little while. I got to see Brother Fleisig. Is everything all right?
Oh, she
Mom,
couldn't
what's
fight, so
wrong?
she turned and the tears were already there.
Andre, that was Joey. Brother Fleisig,
Still works.
he died this afternoon. I'm so sorry, honey.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so
It
sorry.
was terrible. He went paragliding and hit a seagull. Like, come on, how did he die? Is it just because he's all at ages? Anything? Redemption. Redemption.
How are you doing, Andre?
I wish I could see him just one more time.
Well, it is going to be an open
I
casket.
really needed to talk to him.
I want you to know Dad really cared about you, Andre. And he left this for you. It's something he wanted you to have.
Cheers.
What is it? What is it? What did he leave him?
The thing from an scene. Plink. Yes.
Yeah, like, dude, couldn't those be the deeds for the house? Like, come on. Houses are expensive. You're not going to use them anymore. No, I guess that's for jw.org. Anyway, if those are original, they gotta be worth a pretty penny. And let me tell you, some museums definitely like would want to have that.
My dear friend Andre, I want you to have this little memento of our times together.
Because I know I'm about to die.
That you will always remember the lesson it taught
It's the end of the second act of this movie. So that's the only purpose my character would have, to die. So yeah, this is the second act. The third act is just when he decides, like the decision.
Oh.
I have been sick for some time, and I'm afraid that soon this tired heart of mine will stop, and we will not be having our little talks anymore. That makes me very sad. But I do not want you to mourn, Andre. Rejoice that I have run the race to the finish. My young friend, I do not know what you will do with the precious life Jehovah has given you. I can only say that unless you use it to serve Jehovah, you will always feel empty. Use your life to serve Him, and you will have joy.
That's how it starts. My dear friend Andre, I feel pretty deathy today. Man, imagine if the twist is that this guy unalived himself. Like that would be crazy. Like it's here. Also, I unalived myself because I couldn't bear looking at the spoon anymore. Like I never dealt with my PTSD because Jehovah didn't agree with it. Couple lighting 1, 2, 3 for the bottoms of my Pima heart. Happy birthday! Thank you so much. Couple lighting 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
And happiness.
Remember, the blessing of Jehovah, that is what makes rich, and he adds no pain with it. I'm confident, Andre, that you will enjoy a wonderful life in Jehovah's service. Your friend eternally, Walter Fleissig.
So that was private, but okay.
That is quite a letter, Brother Dempster. How
What?
did this affect you?
I know
Is this dude Robert Lucioni? Isn't that his name? Robert? Am I mistaking his name? I'm bad with names, guys. Like, but that is Robert Lucioni, isn't it? I need to look at him.
Robert Lucioni.
Yes, that is Robert Lucioni.
Yep.
I recognize him. Look at a young Robert Lucioni before he had like this streak of like nice white hair that he really has that makes him look like Cruella de Vil's brother. Like, look at him. He's so young. Oh my God.
Well, I began to really think about my future. What I should do with my life. So step by step, I began rearranging my priorities.
Please tell everyone here what that involved.
Well, for starters, I had to quit the track team.
Obviously.
Was that hard for you?
Yes, it was. I loved running, but the pressure to win was very powerful. And I could see that the deeper I got into sports, the more compromises I might have to make. But most importantly, it would interfere with my new spiritual goals.
What kind of spiritual goals did you set?
At first, the basics. Personal Bible study, praying, getting to the meetings. all the meetings, and eventually getting baptized. Then my next goal was to enter the full-time ministry. I've been pioneering for 4 years now.
Looking back, Brother Dempster, do you
I love how even the people who are paying attention look like half dead. Like they're kind of bored. Like the point is that he's indoctrinated, and others just like he got indoctrinated himself, right? So it's like a nice little circle. But everybody else is just like they just have the face of just like
Yes, exactly.
that's it. Like just have the, oh my god, it is terrible.
you have
Bless
any regrets over the sacrifices that you have made?
Absolutely not.
Have beer?
Just knowing I'm pleasing Jehovah, helping people study the Bible, and encouraging them to set spiritual goals, there's nothing like it, Brother Taylor.
Perpetuating the
Now, I've
indoctrination
been
cycle.
told that another one of your goals will soon be reached. Is that true?
That's right. Last week, I received my invitation to attend the next class of the Ministerial Training School.
Thank you very much, Brother Dempster. And wouldn't we like to thank all of our young pioneers for those encouraging interviews?
That is goal. Just becoming prominent in the Jehovah's Witness religion. And look at this. Oh, the incessant nagging did not stop. That is already back, baby. Oh my god, I can't believe that the guy's back. And you can tell that the guy's supposed to be back, but is just back like for like he's just started to go because his beard has just started to go. Like you see now it's down to a goatee. Before it was like a full beard, and now it's down to a goatee. And once it's down to the mustache, then he can get baptized. Little. Missed it. The father is 6 years later in the convention with him. He made time to go to the convention to see him, but not to make time to see him run.
It's fine, I can manage it.
I brought tears to my eyes. I was crying.
I guess you could say I've been blessed. I've had a mother and grandmother who always encouraged me to pursue spiritual goals, and a father who has begun to show an interest in the truth. But Jehovah has also blessed me in another way, with a very special friendship. Brother Fleissig helped me to discover something that changed my life. That I had something to offer Jehovah, more than I realized. Every so often, I wonder what my life would be if I had pursued other things. Would I have more money? Be famous? Maybe. But then I remember the words of a dear old friend. Unless you use your life to serve Jehovah, you will always feel empty.
Not in the Bible, though.
Well, I don't feel empty. I feel fulfilled, happy, with more blessings than I could count.
You sound happy. Like, I love it.
Oh, he can still jog. Yeah, a good one.
I feel fulfilled, happy, with more blessings I can still count. And exactly, he can still jog. Like, that doesn't mean you have to stop jogging, you silly goose. Just in any way that matters.
Oh, and I'm still running. But in a different race. The race for life.
There you go.
That's
I
a
still
race
run,
I
Parker,
plan
the
to
race
keep
for
on
life.
running in. And with Jehovah's help,
I eat so many carbs in the form of spiritual food that I am so spiritually fat right now.
it's a race I intend to win.
Run, Andre, run. A German man once told me that life is like a boxer.
Running.
Run. Okay. Jesus. This should be called run.
Wait, it has what? It has credits.
So?
This shit never has credits.
Oh.
The most Islamic. See, I told you this music for this. Produced by Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. No. Can we just agree that this is a bad name? They don't make tracts anymore. It should be what it should be Jehovah's Witnesses, Broadcasting and Bible sometimes Society of New York. Not even in Brooklyn anymore. Oh my God. The religion used to be so cool. They used to be in Brooklyn. They could go to
Where is
visit
it
New
now?
York. It's in Wallkill, like something like that. It's in northern New York. It's like an hour drive or something. Like it's you can't go to visit
Warwick?
there you go, Warwick. You can go to visit Watchtower Bible and Tract Society and the Eiffel Tower in the same day. That's not the right one. You just keep going.
I think it's done. What?
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Business vibes.
This was come on, guys, come on. What did you guys think for real? What did you guys think of this? Because I think it was more boring than the last one. Compared to the last one that
With
you
the
saw.
beautiful music?
No, the last one that we saw on stream. The last one that you saw that matters.
Yes. What about it?
Isn't this one kind of mid?
Yeah.
I always thought that the other one was kind of like better because you have like New York and shit, and this one I don't know. I feel it's kind of mid if I'm honest.
It's kind of boring.
It's kind of boring, and it's terrible to have like this black guy being told don't pursue your dreams. It's just I don't know.
It should have been called Run. It's awesome because he needs to run, and then he runs to Jehovah,
How is
and
it called again?
then it's like Run the movie, which is creepy as well.
No. Young people ask, "What will I do with my life?" That is a much catchier title. I would see that in the cinema. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty bad, but hey, it was a pretty good way of celebrating our birthday a day in advance. We all need a joint now. Let me tell you, I need more than
We all need a joint always.
yeah. So, guys, I don't want to keep you for longer because I need to pee. So, thank you so much for joining for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us for this celebration. I'm not just celebrating my birthday. I'm also thank you so much, Queen of Flatulence. I just had to say that y'all look gorgeous. Thank you so much. We just woke up. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm not just celebrating my birthday today. I'm also celebrating, like I checked and I already have like 85 uploads, and I've been doing this for like the XJW channel has been like uploading XJW stuff for over 2 years now. So I'm hoping to close the year. Let's hope to close the year with 100 uploads in total. So don't worry, this isn't going to be a live stream channel. Like I know I've been putting a lot of live streams lately. I'm working. It's just videos take a lot of time, and especially the videos that I'm working on right now. And I'm working on some very like delicate videos and delicate topics that I need to nail and make sure that it's good. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who watches and
Thank you guys
who subscribes and who likes and thank you so much to this is just a great time to celebrate life, I feel. And I feel like
of course you say that you're high.
Yeah, of course, but only on weed. And I think it's just I don't know, like I do like to take a little bit of time to just look at my life and see the YouTube channel and be like, you know what, I am kind of proud of what I've achieved. Like it's just kind of cool. So
yeah,
it
is really
thank
cool.
you so much. I will take less time and make worse. That is my business.
That's what I do.
So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye bye. Say goodbye.